What you're about to see is the definition of I am desperate for attention. I just can't. What is this? Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Thank you for clicking on this video, and boy do I have something special for you. I'm gonna start talking about one of the most hilarious campaigning tactics that I've seen, and the more we continue into this video, the funnier and more desperate it's gonna get. So please make sure to stay until the end, because I have one hell of a video to share with you. So for those of you who are new here, I'm Seb. I make animal rights and veganism related content. Feel free to subscribe and hit the notification button to stay up to date with my videos. And if you want to follow me on other social media platforms, feel free to do that as well. So I don't want to keep you waiting. I can't keep smiling because I've been laughing looking at all this propaganda for the past half hour, and I thought I have to make a video about this. So let's start with the main things that we know about when it comes to the dairy industry in Ireland. As covered by the Independent in Ireland, we can see that milk output is up but consumption down as demand for milk alternatives grow. The article talks about how much milk is being consumed in Ireland. However, it does end with the following. It comes as the popularity of alternatives such as almond, soy, and oat milks is on the rise, with the sales of plant-based milks being 40% higher this year than in January 2018. So this was posted in 2019. According to figures published by Kantar, the retail experts, Irish sales of plant-based milks were up 40% in January when compared to the same period last year. So we are going to talk about what's happening with the dairy industry in Ireland. We can clearly see that there's a decline in the consumption by the Irish population, while there's an increase in the consumption of plant-based milks in Ireland. So what the dairy industry did was, wait a minute, people are taking more ethical, sustainable, and healthy decisions. What should we do? Well, the only thing they're good at, propaganda. So let's get into that. They had already seen a decline in the consumption of cow breast milk in Ireland. So they had published on November 8th of 2017, and I can't believe I missed on this. Did you know that 72% of Irish men purchase dairy for its health benefits, but only 65% of Irish women have the same motivation? 35% of Irish people are currently limiting dairy of some kind, whilst avoidance or limiting is more prominent among women, 41% compared to 30% of men. To combat these concerns and try and bring back young people as dairy consumers, talk about getting desperate, the National Dairy Council is launching a major new marketing campaign, The Complete Natural. The Complete Natural campaign will comprise a major print and online advertising program, including an extensive PR and social media campaign, aka brainwashing. To celebrate the launch, we will be opening the Complete Natural pop-up cafe on the 8th of November on 57 South William Street in Dublin. The free cafe will be open from Wednesday till Sunday. There will be a range of celebrities dropping in each day, and the cafe will be offering gourmet coffee, delicious fruit smoothies, healthy-inspired milkshakes, and frozen yogurt. So they are getting so desperate and they're so upset that the shift is continuing that they are opening a free cafe in the middle of Dublin and inviting celebrities in order to continue their advertisement and push dairy on the public. A few months after that was posted, on February 13, 2018, there was this article on the Irish Central. 41% of Irish women are avoiding cow's milk. Dairy bosses aren't happy, blaming influencers. Ireland's National Dairy Council is trying to reinvent itself. If you want to reinvent yourself, guess what? Just switch to plant-based farming. There are so many farmers that are already doing that, including in Ireland. As Irish people grow wary of dairy's supposed effects on the body, pay attention to the vocabulary, supposed effects on the body, even though all of this is backed up by science. The National Dairy Council is trying to reinvent itself. They are attempting to gain back those who have switched to plant-based alternatives. They are literally targeting those who have switched to more ethical, sustainable, and healthy alternatives, like nut milks or soy derivatives. According to its recent research, 41% of Irish women and 30% of Irish men are now avoiding or limiting their dairy consumption. Oh, maybe that's why the bosses aren't happy. No one in this is actually concerned about the ethics of what we're doing to animals or the health of the consumers or even the environment. Otherwise, they wouldn't start a campaign to try to reinvent themselves just so they can stay in the market. To combat these concerns, as said before, the National Dairy Council launched a major marketing initiative last year. The campaign saw the installation of a pop-up dairy bar offering free milkshakes, frozen yogurt, and smoothies on Dublin's South William Street. Now, here is where it gets interesting. However, the National Dairy Council, and by the way, we haven't gotten to the worst point yet, still believes Irish consumers are skeptical over choosing dairy, a shift in attitude it puts down to social media influencers. Pay attention, not the animal rights movement, not the health professionals, not sustainability professionals, no. Social media influencers, which we all know nowadays is almost always used in a negative way. An NDC spokesperson stated, "We have been aware for some time there was a generation of Irish people avoiding or limiting dairy in their diet, and this was key concern for us as the current generation will be the future parents. It is a concern that 10% of the population perceive dairy as unhealthy." Perceived dairy as unhealthy. Dairy has been scientifically proven to be unhealthy, starting with the logical fact that it is not even made for human beings. It is literally the breast milk of mother cows who have given birth that you are not letting the baby to have because you want to sell it to grown-up adult human beings who are not even of the same species. But let's continue. People will believe a beauty influencer with 100,000 followers. What a degrading way to share these people's image, to claim that people are following them and listening to them because they're beauty influencers. You know, how about people who share facts about your ugly industry? But you don't want to talk about that. While consumption of dairy-free milks, such as nut milk, is considered low in Ireland, accounting for between 5 to 7%, this mainly represents females aged between 15 to 24 living in Dublin. Staunch vegan advocate Davison has previously come under fire from Irish farmers on several occasions over her anti-dairy stance. What a horrible thing to be against, the exploitation and murder of countless of cows every single year. The National Dairy Council spokesperson continued, "It is a concern that 10% of the population perceive dairy as unhealthy." Again, perceive. Misconceptions and urban myths about dairy's fat levels, allergies, and lactose intolerance are wrongly encouraging millennials to opt for trendy almond milk lattes and gluten-free foods. First of all, what does gluten-free have to do with this? And then you putting it as misconceptions and urban myths and talking about lactose intolerance being something that people shouldn't worry about, or the allergies or the fat levels in dairy. How about you just be honest and accept the fact that you are selling something that is horrible for the environment, horrible for human health, and most importantly, horrible for the animals that you're exploiting. As a result of this, the National Dairy Council intends to collaborate with social media influencers, aka propaganda, because keep in mind, the previous social media influencers that were mentioned were not collaborating with the soy industry or the almond industry, but these people are actually paying influencers to collaborate with them and use their omnipresence as an advantage to spread the message that milk is good. Milk is good, milk is amazing, I agree with that. For baby calves, that's who it's made for. The only milk that is good for you, that is breast milk, is the one that you get from your mom when you're first born. However, you don't need to continue breastfeeding after you are an adult, and especially not from another species. Now, that is this part. So let's look at the so-called campaign that they started. What you're about to see is the definition of "I am desperate for attention." Let's check the page of The Complete Natural, which is the campaign that they have launched. I just can't. What is this? Love Irish dairy, and it loves you back. What is this man doing? Is this like a depiction of what the farmers look like when they shove their arms inside the cows that they're trying to impregnate so that they can take the babies away and give the milk to the dairy industry so that they can sell it to adult human beings? What is this? Like, what is wrong with you? How could you even think that no one's gonna realize how much of a propaganda this is? Oh my god, I just can't get over it. I swear, ever since I found this page, I've just been like, this is ridiculous. So I'm gonna make another video to get into this, because I have something else I need to share with you in this video, and then we can get to the rest in another video. Now, one of the most interesting things in this campaign that shows how desperate the industry is that last year they were campaigning so much against the industries of soy milk or any other plant-based milk to use the word milk because they said it is very confusing for the customer, which is complete like made up. However, that is another video. If you want to watch it, you can click on this link. They did that for so long to vote against this, and we hear it constantly. Well, why do you call it milk if it's not real milk? The Complete Natural campaign includes calling cow breast milk plant-based milk. Believe it or not, this is it. Looking for a completely natural plant-based milk? Irish cows are fed outdoors on a diet of fresh green grass. Irish Dairy, the Complete Natural. How low can you go? Seriously, how low can you go, and how badly do you want to stay relevant that you're now using the term plant-based milk for dairy milk? Like, I just have no words. I have no words. I really, really can't believe this. And if you thought this is ridiculous, you are about to watch the most desperate attempt for an industry that is failing. Let's get to it. This was posted on Facebook by the campaigners of the dairy industry.
I'm going natural. I'm getting a nut milk latte today.
Is this what I think it is, Lauren?
Daisy!
You bet it's me. Now lose the fakester glasses and read this.
Their prescription. Nut milk contains 1, 2, 3, 12 ingredients. 12.
And how many in real milk?
Just one. Milk.
Finally.
A normal latte it is then.
You're a real natural now, Lauren. Irish Dairy, the Complete Natural.
A moment of silence for the dairy industry. I feel so bad. I swear, like, I really feel bad. Like, they actually spent money on this. They spent their time thinking this is the way to get back at vegans. Let's watch that again and dissect it.
I'm going natural. I'm getting a nut milk latte today.
Is this what I
Random woman getting a nut milk latte.
think it is, Lauren?
Daisy!
You bet it's me. Now lose the fakester glasses and read this.
They are straight away trying to degrade the vegan by basically putting them in the category of hipsters and calling their glasses that she's wearing fakester because she's being fake, and she's gonna say it's prescription glasses. And this little kid, obviously they're playing with emotions, it's a kid doing this, is gonna ask her to read something.
Prescription. Nut milk contains 1, 2, 3, 12 ingredients. 12.
And how many in real milk?
Just one. Milk.
Alright, so the argument is that nut milk contains 12 ingredients and real milk contains one ingredient, just milk. Other than the fact that this is complete nonsense because you can actually make nut milk with one ingredient if you want, just the nut. How does the number of ingredient in any food or drink define how healthy it is? All right, so if you're gonna make nut milk, let's say you're gonna make almond milk, you know what you need? Almonds and water. If they're gonna put something on the shelf that has more ingredients because it comes from a company that wants to put some preservatives, they wanna add sugar and this and that has nothing to do with an actual nut milk that you can make at home, or oat milk. You know, all you have to do is mix oats in water. And it's the same thing with all the other milks that you can make at home with one ingredient. Yes, some of the ones on the shelves have more than one ingredient, but that's completely fine. You know why? Because the number of ingredients on a package doesn't define how healthy that is. Now, let's do a test.
Finally.
A normal latte it is then.
You're a real natural now, Lauren.
And after this, she is a real natural because she asked for a normal latte. I mean, I don't know where to start, but let's do a small research and see what are the ingredients in Coca-Cola. As we can see, it's carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, caramel color, phosphoric acid, natural flavors, and caffeine. That is 6 ingredients. Now, what about some random hummus recipe that we're gonna see? All right, there we go. Tahini, garlic, pine nuts, olive oil, lemon juice, chickpeas, cumin, sea salt, paprika, water. Wow. You want to be natural? Skip hummus. Just drink Coca-Cola. Hummus is not healthy. It has more ingredients than Coca-Cola. Hell, for all I know, it has more ingredients than cocaine. So might as well just stick to cocaine and Coca-Cola. Hummus is not healthy. This is the most ridiculous argument I have ever heard in my life against plant-based foods. How the hell can you even argue? Like, this is the National Dairy Council, all right? Yeah, fair enough, most of their scientists or medical doctors are all paid off, and there's a lot of posted by them on behalf of the industry, but at least have the guts to act like you understand something from nutrition. That is just not how it works. Anyway, that being said, I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna leave the rest for the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this literally joke that has become out of the dairy industry, and I will definitely talk more in the next one. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please subscribe and hit the notification button, and if you would like to support my work, you can check out my website sebalex.org, where you can also grab yourself a free ebook about animal rights and logical fallacies. Also check out ethicsoverhabits.com if you would like to get some vegan, fair trade and organic merchandise. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you in the next video.